back to the Hebert house. Today I have a super exciting video because I am collaborating with my friend Dominique from over at LittleMissDom. She is quickly becoming one of my favorite YouTubes and a friend of mine, and we thought that it would be really cool to collaborate together to do the hardest part about being a mom tag. She is the mom of a 2-year-old little boy and I am the mom of a 12-year-old little boy. And so we thought it would be fun just to kind of give you guys two different aspects of her being a toddler mom and me being a preteen mom, just to kind of see the differences in our answers. So of course I'm gonna link her video down below, and make sure you go and see it right after this one, and make sure you give her a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're coming to my channel from LittleMissDom's channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Even if you're just new to the Hebert house, we're so glad you're here. Please make sure that you like this video and you subscribe for more. I love to do videos about being a mom, homeschooling, cleaning, organizing, and a little bit of everything in between. So I would love for you to subscribe. So we are gonna go ahead and get into the tag. I have my questions written down. So I'm gonna start with the first one. What surprises you most about motherhood, or what surprised you most about motherhood? So I actually have two answers to this question. The first one is not preteen related, it's just mother related. Is I was very surprised how quickly I was able to move into like mom mode. I got pregnant with my little boy when I was 20, and I was very young and very irresponsible. And I feel like as soon as I had him, or even before then when I was pregnant, it was very easy for me to kind of move into a mothering aspect that I didn't really expect. I had a great example in my mother-in-law at the time, and she, even to this day, continues to help me be a good mom, but she really was able to guide me into this new part of life, and it surprised me just how easy it was to move into a mothering state. The second thing that surprises me about motherhood, especially in a preteen aspect, is how fiercely I want to hold on to him. Of course, everybody tells you that time moves fast and that don't blink or they're gonna be grown. Well, I can tell you that is 100% true. And at 12 years old, he still doesn't have a lot of independence, but he's starting to want that independence. And it's really hard to find the balance between holding on tight and letting go. And I think that just surprised me how hard I wanted to grasp onto him and not let him grow up. Number two, what do you love most about being a mom? So being a preteen mom, what I love the most is that my son is quickly becoming like my best friend. Now there's a huge difference between being your kid's friend and being your kid's parent, and we still have those aspects. He still knows that mom makes the rules and mom is the authoritative figure, but he also is a lot easier to talk to. He's a lot easier to communicate with. He has more mature answers. He surprises me every day in the things that he actually knows and understands. So it's fun. It's fun to talk to him. It's fun to be around him. It's fun to kind of just play around and banter. And so I think that's what I love most about being a mom right now, is just seeing him come into his own and really become a person that I want to be around. All right, number three, what, if anything, would you change? This one's a hard one. There's not a lot that I think I would change, but I think there were some times when I was younger, you know, I had Bobby very young, like I said, at 20 years old, and there were some times where I wasn't the best mom that I could have been, and I chose myself over him, just being young and being irresponsible and being, you know, all those things that a young mom sometimes is. But I think if I could change some of those things, I would. But at the same time, they really allowed me to grow into the mom I am today, and just to value how much I appreciate having him and how much he changed my life, I think would be the only thing that I would change, because I feel like all in all I've done a decent job of him. He is a cool kid. He's a nice kid. He's kind to other people. He's a little gentleman, and I think I've done an okay job. All right. 4, how are you different as a parent from your mother? So this is kind of a hard question for me, because while I love my mom fiercely, we don't have the best relationship, just because she has went through a lot, and she has done a lot of stuff that I just don't love. But there are parts of me that I see of her. She was, you know, she was at every football game while I cheered, and she tried her best to kind of be at all of the things that I had going on. So while she was there physically, I think that we have that aspect together. Emotionally, there are times that I wish she would have been there more, and it would have helped me a little bit, but I think that's just really shown me the kind of parent that I want to be, and the differences in myself that I want to have different from my own mother. So please don't take this wrong. I do love my mother, but I definitely hope that there's differences between her and myself. All right, enough about that. Number 5, what was the most difficult part of motherhood for you? I think the worst, or like the most difficult part of motherhood for me has just been the anxiety of motherhood. It was definitely bad as like a baby, and then as it was like toddler, elementary school, I felt like he was so safe in this little cocoon of elementary school. But now that he's a preteen, and just knowing the state of the world that we're in, it's so scary. It's so scary knowing that in 4 years he will be driving, and he will be out on his own, and there's so many evil people in this world, and so many evil groups, and just all of that. It is very difficult for me anxiety wise. I just always want to keep him safe, and always want him to make the good decisions, and to make decisions that are going to keep him safe. So I think that's probably the most difficult part of being a mom, other than just the disciplining part. Because it's easy when they're young to like pop their hand or to take their toys away, but as they get older, it's difficult, because obviously popping them doesn't work. Like, he just turns around and laughs at me because it's as big as I am now. And taking stuff away even doesn't really work that much anymore. So I think we've kind of moved into this different discipline part, where I've had to figure out a way to speak to him and let him know that what he's doing is not the right way, and there are ways to fix it, instead of being the mom who just, you know, yells or grounds him or anything like that. It's just a different aspect of discipline, and that's been difficult. All right, so last question. What words of wisdom do you have for other moms? So the first thing that I will say is, if you are a mom of a younger child, this is so cliche, but it's so serious. Like, don't blink. Don't take 1 second of that for granted, because then you will wake up and they will be a preteen, and they will know everything, and you will not be cool. They will not want to crawl in your lap and cuddle. And while it breaks my heart, like, y'all, I'm such a crier, but while it does break my heart that he doesn't want to be right next to me all the time, and he does have his own opinions and his own deal, I still just want to cherish every aspect of it. Take too many pictures. Go and do everything that you can. I know as a stay-at-home mom, I have a lot more opportunity to do things with him, but even as a working mom, if you can find a job that allows you to go to activities at school, that allows you to be on that field trip, I strongly suggest it, because you can't get those moments back. I look at him all the time, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, when did you get so big? And you know, it's hard seeing him that big. And then, you know, it's hard knowing that when I was younger, as a young mom, I didn't take that opportunity to soak it all in. So I'm hoping that with baby number 2, I will take my own advice and be able to do that. But with him, I'm just soaking in every minute right now. He's only 12, thank goodness. But I know that the years are going to go even quicker now that he turns 13 this summer, and he's really starting to come into his own. So that would be my advice. And the other piece of advice I would have for moms is to find a mom group. Find other moms that are within your same age group, or your kids' same age group, and really cling to them. So that way you know what's going on in that group, you know what's going on with that age, because it changes so significantly, especially in our society where they are, things are pushed upon them so quickly. It's good to have another group of parents or moms to just kind of bounce ideas off of and see what their kids are witnessing and doing in comparison to your own. So I think that's it. That is the hardest part about being a mom. Being a mom is hard, but it is literally the most rewarding job you will ever have, ever. And being a mom of a preteen, I feel like is even harder. That's part of letting go and holding on at the same time. So I hope this helped any of the moms out there of preteens. If you are a mom of a toddler, you should definitely go check out Dominique's video over on her channel, LittleMissDom, so she can maybe give you a little bit of a different aspect as far as the hardest parts about being a mom there. So I think that's it. I hope y'all have a great day, and make sure that you like this video and subscribe for more videos from the Hebert house. God bless.